What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Look, I want to talk about some rap duos out the South, some legends out the South. And I know a lot of people gonna be like, man, he bugging. But no, I'm telling you right now, one of the top rap duos that came out the dirty South is Boosie and Webbie. Straight up and down, man. Them boys, that that ghetto stories, once that ghetto stories drop, oh man, it had the streets in a chokehold. That ghetto story album, that Pimp C presents, Ghetto Stories, that CD there had the rap game in the goddamn chokehold. Every hood across the South. If you weren't playing that Boosie and Webbie, we don't even know what you was talking about. That ghetto story, that did it. Because really, Boosie had already had the streets when Boosie had came out with that For My Thugs. When Boosie came out with that For My Thugs, same had ghettos, the young ninjas, man. Everybody was playing that Boosie. But when Ghetto Story came out, come on, man. I didn't know a guy from no hood. Every hood I went to, it was guys that knew songs off that For My Thug album and that Ghetto Story album. Damn near the whole hood knew all tracks from both albums. I'm just being real. Now, I got to give shout outs to the rap duos. Of course, we love UGK. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we love Ball and G. You know, of course, we love Outkast. You know, them the top three that a lot of people I know would say those was the best rap duos. But come on, man, Boosie and Webbie right there with them boys, man. They just came behind, but they right there with them boys, man. If you gonna say 8Ball and MJG, you got to scream Boosie and Webbie. Especially if you from that dirty South, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, that album, that ghetto stuff, you can still put that in now and just let that whole CD ride. Song for song, that bitch gonna hit every time. You can ride, man, that album there is banging. But don't get me wrong now, that UGK, them boys there, that's who Boosie and Webbie remind me of, like another UGK. And I think Pimp C and Bun B, they saw that. Well, Pimp C saw that. That's why he put them boys together and put them under his brand. That's why that album was called Pimp C Presents. And Pimp C, that man knew what he was doing, man. Because when that album dropped, that album, they'll really launch Boosie and Webbie careers. Pimp C, man, Pimp C was still alive. There'll be some bad artists out there right now. Cause Pimp C, he in the studio, like Bun B, he said he had that magic touch in the studio. Because I bet y'all didn't know Pimp C made a lot of those beats. You know what I'm saying? That were coming from UGK. And the singing that y'all were hearing on them hooks, that was Pimp C. Pimp C was a magician in that studio, man. Pimp C, hey, that boy, he was cold with it. And when you know what I'm saying, when we lost him, man, we lost the icon from the South, man. For somebody that was paving the way for all hood niggas, you know what I'm saying, to get a shot at this rap thing, to make some money, to put money in their family, in their pockets to help their families, man. That's what Pimp C was on, man. And when we lost him, man, I ain't seen nobody else like him from the South that know how to put people on in position to get, you know what I'm saying, where they want to go. But I'm telling you, when he came out with that Pimp C Present, man, that album, they did it for them boys. If it wasn't for Pimp C, Boosie wouldn't be who Boosie is right now. You got to credit Pimp C for that, man. Pimp C saw a vision in that boy. Because Boosie been had it now. It's just Boosie just needed that right hand on him. And Pimp C was the one. And then, you know, Pimp C, he was over there with Trill Entertainment. You know, he was like a mentor with Trill Entertainment. You know, it's like both of them, they was different labels, but they was under the same umbrella. So Pimp C was giving game to, you know, Trill Entertainment CEOs, Turkey Mill. And man, we seen what happened with Trill Entertainment, man. And I know a lot of people probably wonder, like, if Boosie was blowing up in the street, how Webbie get to come first? Webbie came first because Webbie had them songs for them females. And we know Webbie went short-stopping in that studio now. But see, Boosie, he had the streets. Webbie had the females, and what Tupac said, whatever the females like, the niggas gonna like too. So they bet it first on Webbie, and god damn it, they was right. That Savage Life came out, and man, he tore the streets up with that album. You know? That Savage Life did it for him too, worldwide. I got to give Webbie that, man. Webbie was the dumb way. Like Webbie would say, oh yeah, that he did it the dumb way, and the dumb way worked. But then Boosie came out with that Badass, Return of the Badass, when he came out with that Zoom. So it was up from there. But back to what I was talking about, the rap duos, man, y'all got to credit Boosie and Webbie, man. Boosie and Webbie, out the South, top rap duo, I guess, in my generation. You know, I listen to older school rap too, like, you know, Ball them, but Boosie and Webbie, man, when I was coming up, when I was in the game, when I was in the streets, them boys were tearing it up, man. And I saw that movement. That movement there was, I ain't seen another movement like that, where you can put an album in and let the whole album just play, every song on that thing. If you riding and got some bump in your car, you could just let that whole album play from song to song. And wherever you go, people hear it. They can rap verse for verse wherever you go. If the song stop on in my pocket, you somebody rapping. You pull up on anybody, wherever song playing, they rapping. That was their book. That was their ghetto story, man. I'm telling you, that was a movement, and I ain't seen a movement like that since. So, you know, I just want to shout out Boosie and Webbie. Them boys, man, I think they don't get the credit they deserve from the South, you know. But, you know, Webbie, he kind of fell back, and that's a good thing, because Webbie was out here wild, and he was really savage. And as we see Boosie still in this shit, man. And what I like about Boosie, he independent. You know, Boosie, if I was in the rap game, I would rather have his hand, because he don't have to answer to no labels execs. He do his own thing. He independent. He getting his own money. That's why he's still doing shows, because all the music that he had back in the days were classics. You can put a Boosie song on now in the club, set it off. He gonna forever make money off that. Like I said, Wipe Me Down, all them old classics. Boosie just go up in there and rap songs off his CD, street anthems. And the club gonna bang that, because the hoods loved it. So Boosie forever stamp. He ain't got to sign with nobody. He just make money from all his hard work from the past. That's what I was saying about these younger generation. They don't have any longevity. They don't have any classics. They just making little microwave music that pop right now, but then 2-3 months down the line, don't nobody even know that anymore. But see, if you was a real rapper like how Boosie and Webbie was doing, they talking about what we doing now. We can relate. These youngsters can relate to the old stuff Boosie was saying, because Boosie was really rapping about the street, rapping about how we really living it. So, you know, I just wanted to drop this one to give a shout out to them boys, Boosie and Webbie, man, because they really did something big in the South, man. And if you from the South, I guarantee you know them boys. So flowers out, shots out to Boosie and Webbie, man. Got them boys, they did their thing too back in 02, 03. Then Savage Life came out, I think, in 05, and it was up from there. So that was up, man. Shout out to Boosie and Webbie, man. Flowers. If you made it this far in the video, like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, you know I'm coming back with some more flavor. And it's all good. It's your boy, Mean Joe Green. Love. I'm about.